If you mention portal axles to any hardcore Jeep enthusiast in America, they immediately think of Volvo portals. The Volvo C303, also known as the Terringbill 11, is the Swedish military's answer to the Pinzgauer. Developed in the 1970s, it features a distinctive boxy body and is powered by the reliable Volvo B30 inline-6 gasoline engine. This is essentially the same engine found in their luxury sedans of the time, just tuned for torque. It produces enough power to keep the wheels turning through deep Scandinavian snow and thick mud. The C303 is legendary for its axles. In fact, many C303s today are bought and scrapped, just so rock crawlers can steal the axles to put under their modified Jeeps. These axles are incredibly strong and offer magical ground clearance. The Volvo also features vacuum-operated locking differentials, which are robust and reliable. The design is purely utilitarian. The approach angle is nearly vertical, meaning you can drive up a wall until gravity takes over. It sits high and looks awkward, but its center of gravity is lower than it appears. But the C303 isn't just a slow crawler, it has a surprising pedigree in racing. It was used as a support vehicle in the grueling Paris-Dakar rally, proving it could handle high-speed punishment across the desert sands. With a roof hatch for a gunner and a wading depth that allows it to cross rivers easily, the C303 is a versatile warrior. It is ugly to some, beautiful to others, but undeniably effective. It remains one of the most sought-after vintage 4x4s for collectors who want something unique and unstoppable. Moving to Switzerland, we encounter a vehicle that looks like a modern armored car, the Bucher Duro. The name Duro stands for durable and robust, and the Swiss engineers weren't lying. Entering service in the 1990s, this is a more modern take on the high-mobility tactical truck compared to the others on this list. It was later acquired by General Dynamics and served as the basis for the Eagle armored vehicle. It represents a shift towards vehicles that can protect the crew from mines while still traversing impossible terrain. The most unique feature of the Bucher Duro is its de Dion suspension system combined with a Watt linkage. This is a highly complex setup rarely seen on trucks, which allows for massive wheel travel and stability. The chassis also has a unique ability to twist significantly to keep wheels on the ground, acting almost like a second suspension system. It is modular, meaning the rear body can be swapped out rapidly for different missions, ambulance, troop transport, or command center, making it incredibly versatile for military logistics. Powered by a Cummins turbo diesel and typically mated to an Allison automatic transmission in later models, the Duro is much easier to drive than the older Soviet trucks. It feels more like a heavy-duty American pickup, but with the capability of a light tank. It can cruise at highway speeds of 68 mph comfortably. It represents the evolution of the off-road military truck, combining extreme capability with driver ergonomics and modularity. If you want a do-it-all vehicle that won't break your back on a long journey, the Duro is the choice. Now for something completely different. From the United Kingdom comes the Alvis Stalwart, affectionately known as the Stolly. This isn't just a truck, it is a full 6x6 amphibious vehicle. That's right, you can drive this straight off a muddy bank into a deep river, engage 2 water jet drives, and cruise at 7 mph on water. It was designed to resupply troops by crossing any obstacle, land or water. With a payload of 5 tons, it could carry ammunition directly from a ship to the front lines without stopping. The Stolly's drivetrain is fascinating and slightly terrifying. It uses an H-drive system where there are no differentials between the wheels on either side. This acts like a tank. All wheels on the left are locked together, and all on the right are locked together. This provides immense traction in mud, but on tarmac it causes transmission windup, which can literally shatter the gearboxes if driven improperly. Drivers had to take it off-road frequently just to let the wheels slip and relieve the tension in the driveline. Under the cargo bed sits a Rolls-Royce B81 8-cylinder gasoline engine, a thirsty beast derived from fire engines. Driving a Stalwart is a physical workout and requires constant attention to maintenance. particularly the dozens of grease points that need attention after every swim. But the sight of this massive six-wheeled hull climbing out of a river and tearing up a muddy bank is one of the most impressive spectacles in military history. It is flawed, complex, maintenance-heavy, but absolutely magnificent to witness in action. We return to Russia for a heavyweight contender, the ZIL-131. While the Gaz-66 is a light 4x4, the ZIL-131 is the standard 6x6 general-purpose truck of the Soviet Army. Introduced in the late 60s, it is an icon of the Cold War, recognizable by its aggressive grille and purposeful stance. The heart of the ZIL-131 is a massive 6.0-liter V8 gasoline engine. You might ask, why gas and not diesel for a heavy truck? In the Soviet Arctic, diesel fuel gels up in extreme cold, rendering trucks useless. Gasoline stays liquid. However, this engine measures fuel economy in gallons per mile, rather than miles per gallon. It is incredibly thirsty, often achieving only about 3 to 4 miles per gallon, but it produces sufficient power to drag this 6K6 beast through mud that is waist-deep. The ZIL-131 features a tire pressure control system that is routed internally through the hubs, protecting the airlines from tearing off in the woods. Its suspension is simple leaf springs, but the chassis flex allows it to twist over obstacles, keeping all 6 wheels driving forward. The truck is famous for its reliability and simplicity. There are no computers, no complex electronics, and very few plastic parts. It is built to be fixed by conscript soldiers with minimal training in the middle of nowhere. Parts are still available everywhere in Eastern Europe because thousands of them are still working daily in forestry and mining. It is the kind of truck that will still be running when modern EVs have long since failed due to software bugs. It is a smoky, loud, and unstoppable piece of history. Finally, we arrive at the king. The #1 spot belongs to the Czechoslovakian monster, the Tatra 8113 Kolos, which translates to Colossus. This is an 8A8 heavy utility truck that redefines what is possible on wheels. If you have played the game SnowRunner, you know this truck is essentially a cheat code. The Tatra 8113 uses a unique backbone tube chassis. Unlike a ladder frame that twists, the Tatra uses a giant rigid central tube. The axles are independent swing half-axles that move freely, allowing the truck to practically walk over rough terrain. And then there is the engine. It is powered by a massive 17.6-liter air-cooled V12 diesel engine. Yes, an air-cooled V12. It sounds like a thunderstorm when it starts and is nearly indestructible. It was designed to tow artillery, pull tanks, and serve as a bridge layer. The Kolos can tow up to 220,000 pounds. It has a central tire inflation system and a massive winch that could pull a building down. Because of the independent suspension, an 808 Tatra can drive over a ditch, and every single wheel will maintain contact. The Tatra 8113 isn't just a truck, it is a conqueror of terrain. It stands as the ultimate example of extreme off-road engineering, unmatched by almost anything else on wheels. It represents the pinnacle of Eastern Bloc engineering, where fuel efficiency was ignored in favor of sheer power and durability. Watching a Kolos articulate over massive mounds of dirt is hypnotic. It is the rightful king of this list, a machine that doesn't just drive over obstacles, it flattens them into submission. From the tiny Haflinger to the massive Tatra Kolos, these machines remind us of a time when durability mattered more than gadgets. They are loud and dangerous, but unstoppable. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these beasts would you choose for a zombie apocalypse? The Bukanka or the Tatra? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this mechanical madness, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into heavy metal history. Thanks for watching.